Take a 39-page Apple research paper or a dense corporate spec sheet. These documents are packed with valuable insights, but they are incredibly difficult to digest without a visual breakdown. To turn those pages into an explainer video, you traditionally need a scriptwriter, a professional animator, and a voice actor. That process requires weeks of labor and costs thousands of dollars. High production costs ensure these videos never exist. Technical insights remain varied in static 40-page documents that most people will never finish reading. Curious tone. Google recently released a feature for their ultra-tier subscribers called Cinematic Video Overviews. It takes those dense PDFs and autonomously generates a 7-minute cinematic explainer video in under an hour. Older AI tools stitch together static slideshows. This new feature relies on a concept called agentic video. Agentic video is a system where the AI moves past filling in pre-made templates, instead taking on the role of an active creative director. Instead of using a human production team, Google uses a stack of 3 distinct AI models working together to script, illustrate, and animate the final product. To figure out if this is actually useful for learning or just expensive AI-generated filler, we have to look inside that pipeline and watch how these 3 models communicate. The process starts with Gemini 3 acting as the director. Gemini 3 is Google's latest large language model, which evaluates the uploaded text to determine the overarching narrative arc and write the voiceover script. For data visualizations, Gemini doesn't guess what an image should look like. It writes code that compiles into precise programmatic animations. Because this is driven by code, the system can zoom in to highlight a regional territorial shift, while the continent remains structurally stable. Once the script and structure are locked, Nano Banana Pro steps in as the art director. Nano Banana Pro is a specialized image generation model that manages overall aesthetic control to ensure the visuals maintain a tight, cohesive style. This chart tracks historical stock market growth over several decades. Notice how the markers for major historical events all share an identical, cohesive design language that matches the primary data line. Strict aesthetic enforcement keeps the final video from looking like a disjointed collage of random stock images. At this stage, the AI has built a precise storyboard, but it is entirely static. To fix that, Veo 3 acts as the cinematographer. Veo 3 is Google's advanced video generation model, built to create rich, high-fidelity footage that provides atmospheric B-roll and fluid motion. For example, it produces a moody, realistic nighttime scene of a train arriving at a foggy station to ground the viewer emotionally. Before the video is finished, it goes through an automated self-critique loop. This is a final stage where Gemini reviews the compiled footage to catch visual anomalies and adjust the narrative flow. But that loop has a critical limitation. The AI models know exactly how to arrange pixels to look like an object, but they have zero understanding of real-world physics. These glitches occur because the model doesn't understand the rules of the physical world. In this specific Tower of Hanoi puzzle, the wooden blocks awkwardly clip through one another and fail to stack correctly. Because the AI hallucinates basic physical interactions, you still need human oversight. You cannot blindly trust it to accurately depict spatial tasks. The system excels at synthesizing data, but it fails completely as a simulator of physical reality. Watching this pipeline work, the immediate question is whether this automated system will replace human video creators and professional production studios. This technology targets a specific category of content called the blank space, material that professional studios would never have the budget to touch. The blank space represents the vast graveyard of internal business briefings, technical manuals, and study notes that never had the resources to become a video. There are steep barriers to using this tool. It requires a $250 monthly subscription, it only works in English right now, and you have absolutely no ability to edit the video once it is generated. But even with those limitations, you can upload a dense document and watch it as an engaging visual explainer minutes later. It represents a significant economic shift in how we process information. Agentic video changes who has the power to create and distribute high-level visual documentaries, allowing individuals to synthesize knowledge at scale.